Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crypto CJ's Trade of the Day. It's the Friday afternoon edition. It's a Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving in the US. And to be candid, I haven't done a whole lot with crypto the last couple of days. I've been hanging out with the fam and, doing American male stuff, watching football, eating food, things like that. So forgive me if I'm not as up on current events as I should be. Bitcoin's pump and dump again. Not really dump, but just it's been kind of volatile last couple days. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart. We'll check it out. Okay, you guys should be seeing my Bitcoin 5-minute chart. And now I'm going to go over to the day. And it would be helpful if you folks said, yes, CJ, that's what I see. Are you guys seeing my Bitcoin chart? All right, thanks.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you. So I didn't really put any more trend lines on here. Bitcoin took a drop down to 53.5. We talked about that possibility on Monday, and so that came to be. It did bounce back, hit 54. Let me go to the 4-hour chart. It's been kind of hanging around here in the 54s. This did lead to some nice dip trade opportunities, but it was kind of a bummer if you were in something long when it happened. So we got a drop of nearly 9% last couple days. So on the hour, seem to have support right about here, right around 54,000. Curious to see if this holds over the weekend. Hopefully this is our last dip for the calendar year, and then we get the big pump that everyone's been talking about. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of hover around in the 50s, may drop even down to 48 or 47 or so. All right. That's about all I have to say about Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum.
Hold it. You might be proud of me. I
Uh-oh.
bought at 54.13 in a long, and I'm just hoping to hell it just shoots real quick so I can get out of this, right?
Sounds
I'm
good.
10x. So okay.
All right.
All right. That's it. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Laura mentioned 10x. That's a leverage trading term. Most of my day trading is now leverage trading, and I'll make this the distinction when I talk about leverage and spot trading, which is what most people do when they start. So when that comes up, I'll talk a little bit more about it. So good luck to Laura on her long on Bitcoin. I put in a short on Ethereum. I don't think it's filled yet though. No, maybe that's the problem. I keep trying to go up a little bit on the short entry position, and it keeps dropping to not fill. So, all right, yeah, Ethereum. So let's look at the day chart. Yeah, we had that nice run up and then drop and gone mostly sideways. Pretty big drop today. Yeah, 13% today. Ouch. And the support seems to be right around 4,000, 39.80. Yeah, there's multiple touch points here, 40.50, a couple more down here, 39.90. So that seems to be where the support is over the weekend. Again, we'll see if it holds. Laura thinks it's going to hold and it's going to bounce, based on her Bitcoin long. And yeah, I can see where she would think that. It's a pretty good support there, right around 54. So Any questions on Bitcoin and Ethereum or the market overall?
Are you going to buy in so we know the market will go?
I just told you that I'm trying
What?
to. I've put 3.
Oh, you are, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get an Ethereum short. And what she's talking about is my superpower ability to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum shorts. And when I do that, the market takes off, goes up, goes the opposite of what I want. So I do it just for fun sometimes, and take a hit for my group and let you guys profit off my minor but calculated misfortune. All right, I've got my Femex screen over here, which is where I do some of my longer term leverage stuff. All right, I am going to throw a curveball at you guys, because usually we would just go to Altcoin Alert and start looking at AA scores and stuff, but I thought I was very interested in Josh Frank's strategy that he mentioned on the Tuesday or Wednesday call, where he talked about the long-term sentiment sort right around midnight UTC time, which is 5 p.m. Mountain time for me. And so I'd done that twice with really good results. I'm going to show you those results. I marked up a couple charts. So I'll first show you the Altcoin Alert sort. All right, now this is I'm on the Altcoin Radar setting. I've turned easy mode off, so that's how you get to it. And this way you can sort all these different columns. And what Josh was talking about is sorting the long-term sentiment values and looking for very bullish, and then buying these right about midnight UTC time. And most of them will go up a few percent after that purchase. And that's how it's worked out for me. And the long-term sentiment, you might recall, is essentially the word on the street. And long-term is kind of misleading. They should change it. It's comparing the last 24 hours of Twitter communications with the last 20 days. So, the short-term sentiment is 1 hour compared to 24 hours. So this value here is we're looking to see what people are talking about on Twitter. And when I looked at this a couple nights ago on the 24th, ENJ came up. Are you guys seeing my ENJ 5-minute chart?
Yes.
All right, good. So this is what I was looking at. I was a little later than 5 o'clock. I was looking at this around 6:20 p.m. I saw that ENJ was coming down, so I wanted to get a good entry point. I just set, I went ahead and did this on leverage, and it's better to do limit orders on leverage if you can. Market orders are expensive. I did this one on Femex. So I went ahead and got in at 4.225. Actually, I set my buy order at 4.225 based on this this support over here. So that's what I was using as a guide. And it went up and didn't fill, and then it filled later on this little dip action here, right around 8:05 p.m. So my buy order gets filled. It's 4.225. I'm at 10x leverage, and I'm only looking for a couple percent on this. So I just want to retrace back to this area here. So it fills here, and I just want it to go up a little bit, couple percent. So I'm looking for about 2.8%. Since I'm on 10x leverage, that's it's 28%. So love that as a day trader. And 2.8% is a pretty good spot trade as well. So if you pile up a bunch of those in your account, you'll get some compounding action pretty quickly. If you are spot trading, you want to be a little more aggressive. There's some more resistance here at 452 for a 7% profit. And that's a really good day trade. And then we've got some more right up here, around 462, and that would be about 9.5% profit. So that's a really good day trade as well. If you're in spot, leverage is riskier. So that's why I was just going for a couple percent. So that's where I get in. I set my sell order for, I think it's around 4.33. I'm actually hanging out with my dad watching basketball. I check my phone. I see that I'm pretty close. I don't want to take the risk, so I just check out on my phone. And I end up getting out at right around 9:40 p.m. So I'm out of ENJ 4.3224. Got 2.353%. A 10x leverage. That's over 23% trade. So loving that, and that was all. I found this using that that long-term sentiment sort that I just showed you. So that was a couple nights ago. Last night, I did something similar with GALA. So I've got this screen up. You guys seeing my GALA 5-minute chart?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, my Ethereum short just filled. So everything should pump now, guys.
We're on a
It's
roll
time to
now.
move up
All
now.
right.
Yeah, you guys might want to buy long everything. So no, not financial advice.
Yeah.
And this only works for a while usually. It look at XRP's pumping now. That's so funny. Anyway, so back to GALA. So I do the same sort, long-term sentiment sort, and GALA comes up as very bullish. So I check it out. And this
Stop
is
right
right.
there. Please back up to the altcoin alert sheet. It had
Okay.
already pumped, it had already went up 52% and you still bought in?
No, this is what's going on now.
Oh, okay, got
I'm
it.
just showing you the sort I
Okay.
used. I
Okay.
could have screenshotted it, but I didn't know if it was going to work or not. So
Yeah. Okay.
I
And where are you
sometimes,
finding time zone on here? I know the column left to it says 24-hour change, but how are you finding, or you're setting to buy at the certain time zone?
well, I know that UTC midnight for me is 5 p.m. in the mountain, in
Okay.
Arizona and mountain time.
Okay.
I think you're on central time.
Yes. I'd
Yeah.
be
So
4.
yeah,
Okay.
actually be like 6 for you.
Oh,
A little
yeah,
later,
you're
an
right.
hour later.
You're right.
So, here's my Google to-do list, and here's long-term sentiment buy every day at 5 p.m. This goes off and tells me to check this out. So
Ah, pretty cool.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So here we are at 5 p.m. I'm almost out the door going to Thanksgiving dinner with my family. And this is what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing GALA moving up nicely. It was up. I mean, it wasn't up 50%, but I think it was over 20. So I was a little concerned. I used lower leverage on this. And I set slightly below. Yeah, I was just looking at this support here. So I got in at 715. It actually didn't fill. It went up. I didn't know it didn't fill until I came home that night and I checked it out. I think it's around 10 or 11. I got home around 9:30 or so, and I saw that it had filled at 8 p.m. after this move. And I was thinking, oh man, it's going to crash because it was trending down. But that's the downside of low buy orders. You don't always get them. What you're hoping for is a little retrace and then a pump. And that didn't happen. I had a pump and then a dump, and then I got in. So I kind of got lucky on this one as far as, well, you'll see. But anyway, the buy order filled at 715. I set a sell order. I was just looking at this resistance up here. I just want it to retrace. And I go slightly below 80 cents for a 0.792. And I go to bed. I set a very low buy order right above my liquidation price. And then I go to bed, and I didn't realize overnight it did dip quite a bit, but then it came back. And by the time I got up and, I was I got up a little late since it's sort of a holiday. So I checked it, and GALA, I hit it really well here at 792. This wick pumped up, got me out. And so I'm out with over 10% profit, which is a really good spot trade. At 5x leverage, it's even better. So this was a great trade for me. And again, I was alerted to it by the long-term sentiment sort. So, I'm excited to keep using it. I don't expect results like this all the time. I know there will be some times that, I'll have to do an additional purchase, what I call a ladder buy. Had this scenario happen during waking hours, I would have made another buy down here, around 66, 68 cents, and had 2 positions and probably gotten out, around 720 or so. But, this worked out. And I just, another altcoin alert tool you can add to your arsenal to look at those long-term sentiment sorts right around midnight UTC time. And for us in the US, that's going to be somewhere between 4 and 7 p.m. And then look at the chart, try to find your best entry, use either alerts or low buy orders to get good entry points, and you'll be good to go. All right, any questions on the long-term sentiment sort? All right.
What's the theory what's the theory, since I wasn't on the Tuesday call?
Well, it is up in the back office. I went and watched it again. So
Oh, okay.
so let's see if we can look at that. Click support videos and coaching calls. Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah, and it's fairly early in the call. You don't have to just look for Josh, his first appearance on the call. He talks about this. So
Okay.
Yeah, here it is.
254 or 214. I can't read it.
It's
Okay.
right about 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's where he talks
All right.
about it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hey, CJ.
You're welcome.
CJ, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Craig.
Here. What was the time frame that I saw that call and I thought it was interesting too. What was the time frame that he said to buy? Like he said midnight, so didn't he?
All right, you're fading out badly, but I think you're asking about the time frame.
Yeah, the time frame that that he does the buy.
Yeah, Joshua suggests looking at and evaluating at midnight UTC.
Midnight
so
UTC.
I don't know if that's going to help you in New Zealand. So that might be 2 or 3
Well,
in
I
the
just
morning
need
for
to
you.
find out what time
Yeah.
midnight UTC is. But yeah, cool. Thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Okay. All right, so that's going to count for my my sort of the day. So now we'll go over to the AA score. And GALA we just looked at is pumped pretty big. It's very bullish at 92.2. I've got it up. Let's look at what it's doing now. Kind of trending down now. It looks like it wants to go into a dip sequence. We're getting the Bollinger Bands bubbling out a little bit. So I wouldn't want to buy it here. But if you caught it in a dip down here somewhere, a little bit of support at 67 cents, some more at 63 cents. If you caught it at 63 cents, it's a great trade up to where it is now, 12%, leverage or not. So, I like that a lot. I think I'm going to set an alert on that support. That's going to be my dip alert. You can type in, you can right click anywhere on the screen and it'll bring up where you are as a value. And then you can do what I just did and change the value and type something in here. And there's your alert. If it bounces off this and starts to come up pretty strong, maybe to where the SMA line is now, you've got to retrace here to 4%. That's pretty good. But my preference would be to catch a dip on this. And I like alerts mostly because I can look at the situation, reevaluate. If it's plunging down, then I don't want to make that buy yet. I want to wait for evidence of a recovery. You know, here you have a kind of a crash down, 12, 13%. I want to see some of this, some of these recovery candles here before I get in. If I try to get in like right around here after, 3 or 4 out of 5 or 6 candles, get back to the SMA line, that's the kind of trade I'm looking for. But I'll sometimes take risks when I'm away from my computer and there's something I feel pretty good about. And this the bull market, the overall bull market that we're in is helpful in this regard. I'd be less, or I'd probably be more risk averse if we were sideways or in a bear market overall. But nearly every mistake I've made on the long side in the past couple months has been eventually corrected. So doesn't mean we're cavalier about our entry points. It's always good to get good ones. And that's why I show you guys these approaches, but you usually make another buy at some point and right the ship. So, all right, any questions on GALA before we look at something else on Altcoin Alert? All right. Let's refresh, make sure we're current. Okay, I looked at seller earlier. I've got that one up here. 84.8, right at mid 80s. I'm usually looking for mid 80s to higher on my AA scores. So we got that score here. And again, for some of you new folks, ignore the rest of these columns. They don't have much to do with the AA scores. The AA score is trying to be predictive. It's telling us that there's an 84.8% chance that seller will move up 3% or more in the next 72 hours. So that's our goal. 3% doesn't sound like much, but if you pile up enough of those, 2 or 3 a day, 1, 2, 3% trades, your balance will grow. All right, let's check out seller. Now look at a coin for the first time of the day. If I'm not real familiar with it, I'll look at the day chart first, get the overall picture. Seller had a big pump in September. Looks like we've got some resistance here, just under 20 cents. And it's been up in that range a couple times, but not since early October. It did pump again up to about 16 cents a few days ago. But right now it's down to about 11 cents. Then I look at the hour chart next. See where I have retrace potential for the last day or two. Yesterday morning, it was around 13 cents. I like that. On the 23rd in the evening, pumped up to almost 14 cents. And then, a week or so ago, up over 16 cents. So 5-minute chart, what can we do now? Squeeze city. When the Bollinger Bands are this close together, that's a squeeze. It's very squeezy. Yeah, not even 2.5% between the Bollinger Bands. So I don't like an entry there. I want something like this. This I like. This is a good 1, 2, 3 dip example. Got a big bubble. 1, 2, 3. Then your entry here, somewhere in this green candle. You probably wouldn't go all the way to the SMA line on this. I'd probably be looking for some resistance. I'd probably get in right around here, or this would be my goal, this 5% area, right around 11.2 cents. Had I done that, then I would have gotten out probably on this candle here in about 12 hours, 4%. That's a pretty good day trade. Regrettably, that's not what we have before us at the moment. We've got this squeeze situation. So I would probably set an alert in the support area here, about 10.5 cents. round numbers, dip, create. All right, so if this alert goes off, I will look at the situation, reevaluate. All right, well, let's, I had something in the chat. Not much in the chat. All right, back to Altcoin Alert, and see, we've looked at 2 altcoin AA scores. We've done a long-term sentiment sort. I'm kind of curious about the short-term sentiment. Well, actually, let's look at, we'll do the sort and we'll look at ANKR. It's up 50% today, which is usually discouraging to me, but it's still showing bullish on the AA score. That's intriguing. Let's check out ANKR. All right, so we had a big pump up until 15 minutes ago, and then it's dropping since then. ANKR is an older project, tends to follow Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin on the 5-minute chart, see if it's, Bitcoin got 4 straight red candles going down, not a huge drop, but it is trending down. Ethereum, yeah, kind of doing the same. So I wouldn't want to buy it yet. I mean, our UTC time doesn't hit for another half an hour yet. So I'd probably just look at this again in a half an hour, see where it is. It has pumped up to 18 cents before, pretty much where it is now on Halloween. It has wicked up, into 16-cent area pretty frequently, but we're at pretty much a recent high on the day chart. Yeah, it has been, over 20 cents before in March. That was a long time ago. So I don't want to really look at this for a retrace, not as a day trader. So not sure where I would get in on this. Just showed up, printed a green candle. I don't know if ANKR, it's a spot trade. I'm not sure if I'd want to get into this, on leverage, if a 1% move on the chart at 10x, 10% is pretty good. So maybe, but it's not really jumping out to me like the trades I showed you before on ENJ and GALA. So let's see if there are some others that look a little more promising. These others I don't even know. Storage I've traded before. But Sia Coin, REQ, CDT, I don't know these at all. Well, let's look at storage though. See if that's in my list. Yes. All right. Day chart. Yeah, this is a recent high. Not quite all-time high yet. That was in March too. So maybe it's time for the March coins to pump. A lot of the coins we look at have pumped in April and May, and this one and ANKR were pumped in March. So I'm not sure if that's a trend or not. If the whale's just going, yeah, we'll pump these coins that haven't done much since March. Okay, and the hour chart. Let's look at the news. Actually, you have the news button here on TradingView. It's not real helpful, but sometimes it'll show something useful. Yeah, this looks all pretty general. It's not specific to storage. All right, so the 1 hour chart, got these high, this resistance here around 311, 310 on the 5-minute chart. Couple red candles shooting down. Do have support here around 265. Yeah, that's where I'd want to be probably. SMA line from 265 is 4.5%. That's good. Yeah, and then back to where it was a few minutes ago is 10%. That's really good. So I think this is worth an alert. All right. Any questions on Altcoin Alert or the long-term sentiment sort? All right. You can sort by trading activity, social activity, elder impulse, which is a technical indicator. So we like to sort by social activity because sometimes we'll get the sentiment score very bullish combined with a technical indicator, the elder impulse, which is also bullish on ANKR that we looked at, and a couple of these others. Those could be worth checking out. I'm going to look at this REQ. I don't know what this is. Sounds familiar. Can't quite place it. It's on Coinbase. All right. This looks like a new listing. Don't recall any alerts on the Slack group along those lines. Yeah, this was just hanging around 20 cents forever, and then it just pumped up over $1, and now it's down to 78 cents. There might be a news item in here that we don't know about, but yeah, I'm not seeing a real good entry, and it's got that cascading downward movement here. Usually starts lower lows and lower highs. So I don't care for this one. But if you want to try it out, set your alert probably down in this vicinity, 67, 65 cents, and reevaluate when it gets down there. All right, well, that's about all I have for Altcoin Alert in various sorts. Do you have any questions or any particular, you want to look at any particular coins on Altcoin Alert? Wow, we're gonna be quiet today. This could be a short meeting. Okay. Then I will throw it open to any crypto questions you guys have. Sometimes we talk about even swing trades and things like that. Projects worth holding. There are people on this call more qualified than I am to talk about such things. I am 90% a day trader, so that's why I like Altcoin Alert and similar. I have other information sources I use, but that's one reason I like this one a lot. All right, Vera saying things are I'm being helpful. That's good news. All right.
Question?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty new at this as well. So I noticed that it looks like you're using a program called, well, you're not in your software. Was it TradeView?
TradingView, yes.
Yeah, is that a proprietary purchasable program? That's not part of Alt, I don't think.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And if you want to get a TradingView subscription, any serious trader should have one. You can get a free one. It's very limited, but you can do that. And I would appreciate it if you'd email me and I'll send you my link, and that way I can make a little bit of money.
Yeah, no, I would appreciate that.
And yeah, and then there are various levels. Right now they're doing a Black Friday sale till probably next 5 or 6 hours. I went ahead and renewed mine annual. I did the annual for the Pro Plus plan, which has like 100 alerts and 10 different charts you can do, chart layouts.
Okay.
That's the one I like. For
Yeah, thank you.
one.
Yeah, I'll email you as soon as this is over, because
All right.
it may be the time to do that.
All
Thank
right. You're welcome.
I was just wondering, on this chart you're showing now, all the people pictures are covering up the right-hand side of that chart, the last little bit. Does that happen to everyone?
If I do
That's
this,
due to your settings on your Zoom.
yeah, like right now, I've just turned all the pictures off.
If you go to the upper
Yeah.
right-hand corner, more than
Yeah.
likely, it'll say view and it'll have 9 squares. If you click on there and just do, if you do the side-by-side speaker, that'll leave just whoever's talking, which right now it says Harvey McGee. And then does that cover it up now?
I can't see that at all.
Okay.
Something gone wrong.
I've
changed it and it's gone funny. I'll ask him when I'm talking to him if he knows. Same
Yeah, I
time.
don't really have anything to add to what Laura said. But it might be, something like that. I just learned when I was learning how to use, Zoom for these calls. I had to spend some time in learning what how to do various things. And there are a couple, Zoom has videos on that, and there are some even better ones on YouTube. So
let me suggest something.
okay.
Yeah.
At the top of the people, do you have like a series of like 3 rectangles and then 4 blue rectangles and then an arrow?
Can't see that.
Who's the top? Well, the top person right above them. See if there's a bit of space that you can grab and move the whole line of people over to the left so that you can see the end of the.
Oh, you've got it.
There you go.
Fabulous. Yep. Got it.
Yeah, you can move that.
Hey,
You're
All right.
beauty.
We helped someone today.
hey.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
So any other questions or issues, comments, anything like that?
Vera typed in the chat.
Okay. I'm so bad at the chat. I'd rather you guys just speak up, but all right, she's asking for the TradingView link. Very good. Email me at CryptoCJ. I'll send it to you.
If I can throw in 2 seconds on something for especially newbies,
Okay.
and that is, even though half of what he says is over your head right now, I've only been doing this 6 months or 7 months now, maybe, following CJ through this, at least 5 of it. I'm learning a ton on here. Paper trade it. Now I know Craig will tell you to just trade it, but he must have more money than God. So I don't know. Anyway, but paper trade it, guys.
Yeah,
Get
that's
your
good.
confidence built up.
It's good. Good advice. I paper traded for at least a month, and then I use very small amounts of money after that. But yeah, if you're brand new to trading and you haven't made any trades yet, or just done hodling or maybe swing trades, day trading is a different animal. So yeah, start with day trading like Laura suggests, and then move up to smaller trades and build your confidence slowly. There's no rush here. And if you try to go too fast, you'll just lose. So, and thank you, Patrick, for the kind comment in the chat. So, all right, cool. Any other questions or comments or things to discuss? We're right at about 40 minutes. So I've been blabbing for a while. All right, then I will let you folks go. I'll hang around afterwards a little bit to talk about some other crypto opportunities that we're into. And if you're on the recording, thank you so much for watching and have a good weekend. I'll stop the recording now.